Welcome back to Morning Live. Now, World Down Syndrome Day, also known as WDSD, is observed on the 21st of March. And on this day, people with Down syndrome and those who live and work with them throughout the world to participate in activities and events to raise public awareness, as well as to create a single global voice to advocate for the rights, including the well-being of people with Down syndrome. Dr. Richard Lebethe is joining us in studio this morning to talk about Down syndrome and more. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, ma'am.
Thank you so much for coming. What is Down syndrome, just to get a clear understanding of what this condition is?
Yeah, Down syndrome is a condition whereby the fetus has an extra chromosome, such that instead of the normal 46 chromosomes, there are 47 chromosomes. And this happens at the locus number 21 of the chromosomes.
And what age is a woman prone to giving birth to a child who would then have Down syndrome?
Women can give birth to children with Down syndrome at any age, but then there are ages whereby it starts becoming more common. And usually at the age of about 35, the risk is usually, in fact the incidence, it's 1 is 2,000. And from beyond 35, it starts increasing, and such that at about an age of 49, the incidence is about 1 in 12. Round about the age of 42, it's 1 in about 60.
Right. And Dr. Lebethe, is there treatment for Down syndrome in South Africa?
Now, Down syndrome happens to be a condition. It's not an infectious condition. It's a congenital condition. By that, I mean it's a condition that you are born with. It's in your making.
Right.
So basically, there is no treatment for Down syndrome, but people with Down syndrome can be taken care of. So that what happens is that people with, especially children with Down syndrome, happen to be exposed to a variety of diseases. Now, at birth, they happen to be having some cardiac problems, a variety of cardiac problems, GIT problems. They may be exposed to infections. So there's a whole lot of conditions that happens to occur more in children with Down syndrome than with any other children.
Right.
So there's a variety of abnormalities that goes with it.
Now, you mentioned that, even though there isn't treatment because as you are born with Down syndrome, it's more of a condition. It's in you. It's part of your making.
Part of you, yes.
What other ways then do you take care of, a child that is born with Down syndrome?
Now, Down syndrome children, all they need is care. Now, if you note, they happen to be part of our society. And there's no reason why they should be treated any differently from any other. Remember, it's much more important that, our society be such that everyone else is taken in their conditions. If you look in the people that are looked upon as normal, there are varieties amongst us.
Right.
So it's important that we acknowledge that variety. But the first thing that should happen is the fact that we must acknowledge them as special. Now, being special, it means they need some special type of care. But that doesn't mean they should be discriminated upon in the society. Now, the special care that they need stems from the fact that they happen to be challenged physically, they happen to be challenged medically, and they have challenges which are emotional. But one thing special about Down syndrome children is that they have the best personalities ever. They have placid personality. They are likable.
Right.
You can see it in their face. Their smiles are just satisfying. Meaning from that point of view, it's important that they be in an environment that understand them, that understand their condition,
right,
that will take care of them in that light.
And speaking of, that, environment where, society understands their condition, we understand that, in light, of course, of tomorrow's World Down Syndrome Day, that's part of, the initiatives of raising awareness around Down syndrome. What opportunities are there for children living with Down syndrome?
Like I said originally, it's important that we acknowledge them as part of our society, although in essence they need special care. Now the special care, as I mentioned, it's the medical part. But then the social part, it means they must be taken care of from birth. Now taking care, it means having a society that really understands them, that is ready to acknowledge them and take them in. Now, the Down syndrome children, they, originally it was thought of that they pass on at very early ages, so that the environment was not prepared for them. But it has come to light that they live up to an old age. So like any other person with challenges, they need to be prepared for. Now, what happens is that in being acknowledged at an early stage, in making life easy for them, in recognizing the conditions that they have. Like they have challenges like they are hypotonic.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, we've run out of time and I'm being put under pressure to stop you today. But thank you so much for your time this morning. Well, tomorrow is the official day for World Down Syndrome Day, also known as WDSD. So please show your support. And for more information on this, about, of course, this international day, please go to www.worlddownsyndromeday.org. And on that note, we take a short break.